With the dust still settling over the now deleted social media post by Congress's Supriya Srinate against Kangana Ranaut and Rahul Gandhi's peculiar mentions of Aishwarya Rai and Priyanka Chopra still fresh in memory, a new controversy of sexism and misogyny has now engulfed the opposition before the polls. Congress leader Randeep Singh Surjewala has made a shocking remark on famed actor and BJP MP Hema Malini. Surjewala was campaigning for AAP candidate from Kaithal in Haryana, where he was speaking about ideal MPs and MLAs. To emphasize his point, he made an offhand quip where he cited Hema Malini and referenced an explicit act.
MLA MP क्यों बनाते हैं? ताकि वो हमारी आवाज उठा सके, हमारी बात मनवाएं, इसीलिए बनाते होंगे. कोई हेमा मालिनी तो है नहीं जो के लिए बनाते हो.
Hema Malini, who is filing her nomination for re-election from Mathura, has responded to Surjewala. She told Times Now that the likes of Surjewala attack her because she's from the film industry, but some people don't understand that even artists have a vision for the nation and want to serve the country. She asserted that people are with her and that she has the Prime Minister's blessings.
उनका काम है कहना, विपक्ष का काम अच्छा थोड़ी बोलेंगे मेरे लिए, खराबी बोलना उनका काम है. That they are doing their duty, I am doing my duty. I am very absolutely clean and neat. तो मैं हमारे मथुरा के लिए मैं काम कर रही हूँ. मुझे I don't care for anybody what they talk about it. If they are talking anything bad, वो हमारे पार्टी वाले देख लेंगे उनको. We are coming from a film background, so they are trying to attack us because they don't know film people also are very much fond of Rajniti. They want to be part of the nation and they want to do the best for the country. So we are artists, but at the same time we have a very good vision for the people.
Ma'am, do you think that Congress always had this anti-women mindset across the country?
But everybody is asking, I think they are having some problem. उनका काम है कहना है ना, विपक्ष है तो थोड़ी अच्छा बोलेंगे मेरे लिए, वो तो खराब ही बोलेंगे. तो ठीक है, उसको हमें काउंटर अटैक करना जरूरी होता है, लेकिन सब प्यार से सब कुछ बहुत कुछ अच्छा हो रहा है मेरे साथ. सो मेरे साथ सब दे रहे हैं, मोदी जी का साथ है, उनका मार्गदर्शन है.
Now, under fire, Surjewala attempted a clarification. However, the Congress leader did not specifically talk about his comment, but asserted that he had also said that he respects Hema Malini because she's married to Dharmendra and hence is the daughter-in-law of the state. He's also given examples of BJP leaders' misogynistic remarks in the past, saying that the fault was in BJP and it sees everything from an anti-women lens. However, top BJP leaders tore into the Congress and Randeep Surjewala. Listen in to UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath and how he said that the Congress party defended Surjewala.
तो कांग्रेस के नेता अपना आपा खो चुके हैं. अब भारत की मातृशक्ति के प्रति अपमानजनक टिप्पणी करके आधी आबादी का अपमान करने पर उतारू हो चुके हैं. लेकिन इन कांग्रेसियों को और इंडी गठबंधन के लोगों को इस बात की जानकारी होनी चाहिए. ये राधे रानी की भूमि है, यमुना मैया की कृपा इस भूमि पर है. अगर आधी आबादी का अपमान करोगे तो आधी आबादी ही नहीं बल्कि पूरा भारतवर्ष उन्हें ऐसा सबक सिखाएगा कि आगे से वे राजनीति करने लायक नहीं बच पाएंगे.
I believe he's already issued a clarification saying it's morphed. I don't think there's much reason for me to elaborate on that.
The Congress isn't the only party in a sexism controversy. The Bengal BJP unit has claimed that a TMC leader has hurled sexist slurs at BJP MP Locket Chatterji. The BJP has accused TMC MLA Ashish Majumdar of shamelessly using derogatory term "do Numberi Maal" for Locket Chatterji publicly. Listen in to what exactly he said.
আরে ভাই, ওকে মমতা ব্যানার্জি চেয়ারটা নিতে বলুন না, বিজেপিতে আছে কেন? তৃণমূলে জয়েন করতে বলুন আর দলের দায়িত্ব নিতে বলুন, তারপরে বলবে এসব. ও আছে বিজেপিতে আর ঠিকা নিয়েছে তৃণমূলের, তার মানে বুঝতে পারছেন তো? 2 নম্বরই মাল, দুগ্গি মাল তৃণমূলের সাথেও আছে আবার বিজেপির সাথেও আছে.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Professor Monojit Mandal joins us on the show. Tehseen Poonawala, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, Tushar Gupta and Sanju Verma continue to be with us. Let me start with you on this. Kamruzaman Chaudhary barely had the dust settled on the comments of Dilip Ghosh and Supriya Srinate, etc., etc. We've seen how the Election Commission has warned them, has censured them even. Just after that, you know, one would wonder why would a seasoned leader, a senior leader of the Congress party like Mr. Surjewala make such an obviously, you know, sexist, misogynistic comment?
Yeah, Madhav, I'm surprised. How do you come to your conclusion? At least being a media, you should be more responsible. You know, Hindi mein kehte hain na til ko taal karna. What was the comment all about? He was praising Hema Malini about it. Rather, he was bringing out a broader point for the entire voters and the political this country. He was suggesting why the MLAs and MPs were elected. What was the duty to get the work done of the constituents of his assembly or his of his area?
Sir,
that was his
I can only say this. I can only say this, Mr. Kamruzaman Chaudhary, today. Mr. Chaudhary, you're raising questions on the media. That's fine. You have every right to. But I will just say the NCW, the State Commission for Women in Haryana, they have all written. One of the State Commissioner summoned him, the NCW is written to the Election Commission. There may once again be some kind of action there as well for the kind of language that he has used. The point over here is rather than targeting the media, somewhere or the other, the language that he has used is derogatory to women. He may have clarified, but the point that he made those comments in the first place are very much there on record.
You have got your right to interpret. Madhav, you as a media person, you have got every right to interpret any words or comments as per as your wishes. But then what about this comment? What about this comment? Can you please tell me? Who is this guy? He is Narottam Mishra, the blue-eyed boy of the Besharam Rang fame. Hema Malini ko nachwa diya. This is the same Bharatiya Janata Party's blue-eyed boy, Narottam Mishra.
Okay.
So you can
Sanju Verma. Okay. That's your question.
Not blame a particular comment.
Sure. Please pose that question to BJP.
What Surjewala said about all this was not indicating. He was commenting against the sycophancy of the 300 plus MPs of the Bharatiya Janata Party when they reached the parliament.
You put your point across, but perhaps there could have been, even if he's talking about sycophancy, perhaps there could have been a better choice of words. That's open to debate. But Sanju Verma, this is double standard, says Kamruzaman Chaudhary, where your party's leaders have made equally crass or misogynistic comments. Please respond to it.
Madhav, unlike Kamruzaman, I'm not going to tell Madhav you should be more responsible, the media should be more responsible. On so many debates that I've done with you, on your channel and a zillion other channels, I've been asked about Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. And I say, Danke ki chot par, ki let us not run a jury, a kangaroo court, a trial by the media, but if the courts hold Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh guilty, I will say hang him by the nose. I'm not going to stand here and defend him. But what I find absolutely deplorable and despicable is that the same people who will talk about Manipur will not talk about Shah Jahan Sheikh. They will not talk about Sandesh Khali. The same people who will talk about Narottam Mishra, these are the same people who will not try and condemn unequivocally what Surjewala said. You know, they will try and find a nice context to justify and rationalize Surjewala's horrifyingly anti-Mahila Virodhi comments. And don't forget, I'm not even going back to Digvijay Singh who called Meenakshi Natarajan Tanch Maal. I'm not going to go into even what Kamal Nath called a poor Dalit woman at a public rally a couple of years back. He called Imarti Devi Tanch Maal. Madhav, did I heckle this man even once?
Yeah, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, let's be fair, please. Let's be fair. You can respond. There are others on the panel who have not yet spoken as well. Yes. Yeah. Conclude your point, Sanju.
Yes. I'm concluding my point. So my limited point is
the words that were
Mr. Chaudhary, don't do this. This is not correct.
What is wrong with this?
This is not correct, sir. You have spoken. Somebody is replying to you.
Thank you.
And others are also there who have not yet got their turn. Please be a little patient.
Now Kamruzaman, chup hokar suno. Sunne ki bari hai, bahut bol liya tumne. And the limited point is this. I am condemning what Narottam Mishra said. But will this man condemn what Surjewala said about Hema Malini ko to chaatne ke liye rakha hai? Will this man condemn what Supriya Srinate said? Mandi mein rate kya chal raha hai, in an obvious reference to Kangana Ranaut. Will this man condemn what the WCD Minister Shashi Panja of TMC said when two BJP women karyakartas were Mallikarjun Kharge, when he was asked about what happened to women being gang raped en masse in Sandesh Khali, what was his reaction at a public forum? He said, "अभी हो गया तो हो गया." मतलब आपके साथ जब आपको पूछा जाए महिलाओं के बारे में, your top to down, all your नेता से, अरे रेप हो गया तो हो गया, अरे कपड़े उतर गए तो उतर गए,
Okay.
यदि उसने बोल दिया कि मंडी में रेप क्या,
Okay.
बोल दिया तो बोल दिया. I'm sitting here and condemning. The difference is you don't even have.
Okay, I got your point. Kamruzaman Chaudhary, she says, I'm condemning my own party's leaders. Will you do the same? Direct question to you.
Any misogynistic comments, Madhav, whoever uttered it, be the supreme leader, the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi ji, let us start by condemning his words against any other person in this country.
Okay,
I will condemn, and I am condemning any type of misogynistic
Yeah.
comments. Because the first person who started all this is the Supreme Leader Narendra Modi ji. Let him. Can you condemn what is said about Renuka Chaudhary ji? Can you say about what is said about Manmohan Singh ji having bath in an umbrella, raincoat pen ke? What about the 50 crore ka girlfriend? What about Didi oh Didi? I can go on and on, Madhav. The point is not that. The point is how you interpret a particular comment. In this case, Surjewala, the entire debate, entire context was blown out of proportion. Even Surjewala ji came out and gave a statement on Twitter regarding how the BJP has twisted what he said. He was speaking about the sycophancy of the Bharatiya Janata Party leaders who have been elected to raise their voice in the parliament to get their job done. But because of sycophancy,
Let me come in now.
their mouth shut.
Let me come in now. And bring in Tehseen Poonawala. Tehseen Poonawala, you know, at the end of the day, Mr. Surjewala says that the IT cell allegedly distorted his video. If that is the case, why was the longer video not posted? And look at the clarification of Mr. Surjewala himself. He says that we respect her because she is the wife of Dharmendra. Is she not an accomplished actor, a dancer, a two-time MP in her own right? Even the explanation many would say characterize as being a bit patronizing.
Yeah, I agree to that. I mean, Hema Malini is a celebrated, accomplished artist in her own right. She may or may not have performed as an MP, and we can have our political differences. I certainly think she hasn't, but she is an accomplished artist, and we have no right to. And it's not that she's the wife of Dharmendra ji. That's not what it is. She's a phenomenal actor, and she's a phenomenal dancer. I think we have to be very careful. I can't justify what's happened. I think we have to be extremely careful on the language we use for people, but particularly now with social media and television there, so many youngsters get influenced, and then they think this is the right kind of language to use, and it's because you're such a big leader, it becomes trending. But I do agree to one thing Kamru Bhai said, that while the BJP takes a very high moral stand, the BJP doesn't take it when it's for their own. So I think all of us should request. I don't want to go to what the Honorable Prime Minister said, didn't do, to give credit to the Prime Minister. He made a mistake in West Bengal. He's not repeated it. Let's give the man credit where it's due. But even look at now BJP. Let's look at another controversy that happened. The actor who's fighting from Mandi. While she gave an interview, she was calling my friends, Urmila and Tapsi, Pawn Stars, etc. So the BJP will not talk on that. So you see, we must stop about this. Everyone should stop. And I think my one suggestion to all political parties is think 3 seconds before you make a comment. You don't have to make a comment because people are clapping. That's my suggestion. And try not to justify comments that are made, accept a mistake and move on. These are the two things I can say. But BJP is as hypocritical as any other party, perhaps even more.
Okay, the BJP is as hypocritical as any other party. Tushar Gupta, I want you to come in on this because the allegations are that similar kind of statements have been made by several BJP leaders. How do you respond to that?
You know, it's the Congress mindset that is the problem. It's not just women they insult. I mean, they can keep digging up the statements of the BJP leaders, but it was Rahul Gandhi in a rally in Mumbai who said कि हम एक शक्ति होती है हिंदुइज्म, हम उससे लड़ रहे हैं. अब इससे बड़ी बात कोई क्या कह सकता है? जो कह रहे हैं हम शक्ति से लड़ रहे हैं, उससे बड़ी बात कोई क्या कह सकता है? और मुझे कोई हैरानी नहीं होती. I'm not at all shocked by the remarks they have for the women candidates of the BJP. इनको कौन अच्छा लगता है? प्रधानमंत्री मैच देखने के दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण इंडिया मैच हार गया तो पनौती हैं आप. कैपिटलिस्ट पसंद नहीं है तो वो चोर है, अडानी चोर है करने लग जाते हैं आप. कोई बीजेपी का एमपी पसंद नहीं है तो वॉशिंग मशीन कह दिया, करप्ट कह दिया. कोई विमेन कैंडिडेट पसंद नहीं है तो इनकी खुद की विमेन स्पोक्स पर्सन ऑफ ऑल पीपल कह रही है भाव क्या चल रहा है. मतलब कांग्रेस इन द 2024 इलेक्शंस हैज प्रॉब्ली pledged to make one absurd statement after the other to stay in the news cycle, because clearly neither their list is making news, neither their efforts to win the election is making news, and neither the election results are going to put them in news. So they have decided, let's make one absurd statement after the other. Let's attack people personally, be it the Prime Minister, be it the voters. And they were talking about Amethi and Robert Vadra. They were insulting the voters of Amethi. कि नॉर्थ इंडियन वोटर तो समझदार नहीं है, साउथ का वोटर समझदार है. They only believe in cribbing, criticizing, cursing everyone they disagree with.
Okay, Tehseen wants to respond to that. Quickly, quick response, Tehseen.
Yeah, but Tushar, Robert G has not said anything about Amethi in a bad way. In fact, he's always been pro Amethi. So he's not said anything. And the statement that you're attributing to, he never said, Rahul G never said anything bad about North Indian voters. His exact statement was politics in the South.
Just attributing it to the Congress.
10 seconds. I take your larger point, but just 10 seconds. Take 10 seconds. What Rahul Ji says, and I'm quoting him verbatim, politics in the South is much different from politics in the North. Politics in the South is more depth into issues. That's not insulting the North voters. He's seen at different issues that they will go in. So I think that's fine. I don't see how that is insulting one group against another. I think it's a fine statement. He's seen at different politics. And you know, every state in India has different politics. State kya? Uttar Pradesh kya? Gaon mein alag politics.
Okay, but let me in fact bring in with us Professor Monijit Mandal, who's joining us on the panel. Professor Monijit Mandal, I mean, this statement of Mr. Surjewala is shocking and bad enough, but can anyone justify the "do number Maal hai" comment used for a sitting member of parliament, Locket, Chatterji? Isn't that very obviously an extremely derogatory and misogynist statement to make?
Absolutely not. If anyone has uttered this kind of words, I have not really heard about it. However underperforming MP Mrs. Locket Chatterji could be, because she lost all her seats during the 2021 elections. That's BJP's problem, but none should be speaking about that. But what do you do? Why the Prime Minister does what he does? In 2021 election, I think my friend Kamru was referring to that catcalling, very famous catcalling. Didi, oh Didi. Almost like Romeo was speaking like that. I mean, nobody really condemned. I mean, I want Ms. Sanju Barma to condemn those statements. I want Mr. Sanju Barma to condemn the statements.
You can respond to him. He just started speaking. Sanju, you can respond to him. I will give you time. Please let him respond. You make his point. Yeah.
That's also a very derogatory comment on a particular community who wears a particular kind of phrase. I want Mr. Barma to condemn the statement by Mr. Amit Shah when he says that all the Bengalis are Ghuspetia, Bangladeshi, and they are termite. I want him to condemn all those things. I mean, BJP talking about protecting women. They are harboring rapists and
yeah, Ghuspetia. I don't think Ghuspetia is related to misogyny directly, Professor Mandal.
What is her problem? I mean, I did not disturb her. She was lecturing about heckling. I mean, BJP.
Yeah, one by one. Okay.
Outside the studio.
Yeah. Conclude your point, Professor Mandal. Conclude your point, please. Conclude your point. Yeah.
The fact remains that forget about the Giriraj Singh. Day in and day out, I mean, he calls out Mamta Kim Jong, old lady, kya karti hai? This kind of statements comes from the cabinet minister Giriraj Singh.
Okay.
And Mumtaz Begum, and every other spokesperson, starting from Sambit Patra to, name anyone, calls Mamta Mumtaz Begum. Shubhanti Adhikari calls Mamta Mumtaz Begum. I mean, are these comments are not derogatory?
Okay.
Are they condemning what kind of...
Okay, Sanju Verma, respond to that whole series of comments from Shubhendu Adhikari to Sambit Patra to Giriraj Singh. And also, of course, he's accusing the Prime Minister of being misogynistic with the Didi or Didi comment. Please respond to all those charges now.
I'm being very clear now. I'm categorically saying on your show, I did not heckle Mr. Mandal. I'm sure he'll extend the courtesy. I get called Didi. I don't care. I think Didi means sister. Badi behan, Didi or Didi is, there's nothing wrong. If you call me Sanju Verma Didi or Didi, I will not take offense to it. Now please listen. Barely a few hours back, Mamta Banerjee called the Prime Minister Sala. शर्म नहीं आती आप लोगों को? प्रधानमंत्री को ममता बनर्जी साला बुलाते हैं, शर्म नहीं आती है तुमको? दीदी और दीदी becomes an abuse, but Sala is something that you justify. Shame on you. And your TMC leader even criticized Draupadi Murmu's color. Now, Madhav, I don't understand. Why is it that when I speak, you never ask the other side to keep quiet?
No, definitely I have asked the other side to keep quiet, but you are also responding to him. But okay, make your point. Make your point now, Sanju Verma. Yeah.
If you call me Didi, I don't care. If you call me Auntie, I don't care. Because Didi ho, Auntie ho, Mahila ho, these are not abuses. But yes, If a sitting chief minister calls the sitting prime minister Sala, I say shame on Mamata Banerjee. And your TMC leader, what did he say about Draupadi Murmu? Oh, have you seen how she looks? Have you seen her color? And this is the kind of woman who's become the president. This is a TMC leader's deplorable language for the first tribal woman president of India. And let me finish. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary of the Congress called Draupadi Murmu Rashtra Patni, saying it was a slip of the tongue. And Dr. Ajay Kumar, national spokesperson of the Congress, said Draupadi Murmu represents the evil philosophy of RSS and BJP. And तब सबने तालियां बजाई थी. किसी ने कंडेम नहीं किया अधीर रंजन चौधरी को, किसी ने कंडेम नहीं किया डॉक्टर अजय कुमार को. And today I want to see whether Professor Mandal has the audacity to condemn Mamata Banerjee, who used the term Sala for Prime Minister.
Okay.
Sharam karo.
Professor Mandal.
Sharam bachi hai to sharam karo.
She has never uttered such words. It is phenomenally true that BJP spokespersons are habitual liars on TV. She has never uttered this word. Whereas,
Okay. You asked him a question. Yeah. One by one, please. Yeah.
Day out uttering these words about Mamata Di. Not a single word about, when you call someone Didi, that's fine. But there is a way of speaking, you do not know the language. But Prime Minister knows Bengali language. Prime Minister understands Bengali. He says, Didi, oh Didi. There lies the problem. You are not accustomed with that culture of Bengal. That's why you call you outsider. That's why you call you outsider. आप लोगों को बहिरागत हम इसलिए कहते हैं, you don't know how you should call Didi. His way of speaking. आपको नहीं पता है ओ संजय वर्मा आपको अच्छा लगेगा आपको अच्छा लगेगा
Okay. I think we're now stretching this a bit too far. I want to bring in Tehseen on one point though that's being made. At the end of the day, Tehseen, I think when Hema Malini says that we are being targeted because we have a film background, and it's not just her, it's also Kangana Ranaut. Is that what's really happening here? Because film stars are perhaps softer targets?
I guess not. I don't think it's because of softer targets. I just guess that because both the BJP leaders and the opposition leaders aren't very articulate in how to attack and raise issues, and it becomes a punching point. So it becomes something that resonates. I don't think it's particularly because they're actors, but I do think that we should not target anybody in any industry. This has happened. It's happened with Jaya Bachchan ji. She's been targeted. It's happened with Jaya Prada ji. She's been targeted. It's happened with the BJP. They've targeted actresses. So I just think
but you just contradict yourself there. That does mean that film stars are, very easy punching bags.
Yeah, it's not because they're actors, it's because it resonates, that their name resonates. It's because it'll get more traction. And therefore I say we must understand that arts is important, not get into ridiculing somebody from art who comes into politics and say because they've come into art, what will they do? I think if we can keep that separate and work on actual political issues and raise the political rhetoric, political debate, it'll help our politics more.
I want Tushar to quickly respond to you on that. Yeah, Tushar, please go ahead.
Look, again, we are not talking about the larger problem here, the utterances of the Congress. Has someone told Rahul Gandhi that what he said about Shakti was incorrect? Has someone told Rahul Gandhi that how he labelled the Prime Minister after that defeat in the World Cup was incorrect? If someone is not correcting the leader of the Congress party, how do you expect the spokespersons to toe the line when it comes to civility in elections? You saw what Supriya Srinate did, even though she claimed that it was a hacked account and whatever excuse she came up with. You saw what Surjewala said. So my simple point, Madhav, it's the culture that has somewhat been created in the Congress is coming from the top. And today, Sanjay Nirupam in his press conference in Mumbai also said that this version of Congress is unrecognizable.
Right.
So this absurdity will continue. Today we are debating Surjewala. Tomorrow we'll be debating someone else.
Series of shocking statements. Sorry to interrupt you there, Tushar, but completely out of time on this debate. Certainly a series of shocking statements. Will the Election Commission take cognizance of this? We don't know yet. We certainly are not aware of what action would be there, but certainly judging by what we've seen in the past, there's every possibility that they may come down heavily, not just on those persons who have made these utterances, but also on the various presidents of the party. And that's a different approach this time, mind you, because the presidents of the political parties are also being held accountable, as has been seen in the case of Dilip Ghosh and Supriya Srinate as well. Thanks so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us this evening.